This is the burial ground of that famous Lakeland poet, William Wordsworth, whose famous poem was called Daffodils. He had some famous verses like, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. Nature never did betray the heart that loved her. And, of course, the classic, there was a young man from Dundee who got stung on the neck by a wasp. Marvellous. Right, let's get over to Ambleside to see my dad's favourite pub. The Golden Rule, Ambleside, the Lake District. Morning folks, I'm back in Ambleside and this is my late dad's favourite pub called the Golden Rule. It's an amazing pub, one of the best pubs in Britain, it really is. Now, when I was a young lad before I moved to the Isle of Man, we lived in Manchester, was brought up in Manchester, and used to come here for his holidays with my mum. And they didn't go abroad, they came up to the Lake Districts and things like that. And he used to come back from this pub and say, it's the best pub in the world. There's no TV, there's no jukebox, there's no fruit machine, there's no food, just a man with his dog and good honest conversation and a great beer. And at the time, I'm a young lad thinking, it sounds alright, it sounds great. Anyway, 15 years after, I popped in here and as soon as I walked in the door, I got it straight away, the Golden Rule. Amazing pub, and as the years have gone on, it's turned out to be my favourite pub as well as my dad's. So, time to go in and have a pint. Cheers. Robinson's Trooper, 4.7%. Hey, cheers. In my dad's favourite pub, the Golden Rule. Cheers, Charlie. Anyway, this is a very old building, but it first became a pub in 1723, and it used to be owned by the Hartley's Breweries of Ulverston, which got bought out by Robinson's Brewery in 1982, and they gained 50 odd pubs. Now, this is a multi-room pub. It's got about 5 different rooms. It's got nooks and crannies everywhere. It's just so cosy. And it's got a lovely fireplace in the other room, and pictures on the wall of all the Lake District, all the fells, all the mountains. It's just amazing. And as I say, my dad's favourite pub, and it turned out to be mine in the end. It was so good. So the landlord here, called John Loxley, and his wife Margaret, have been here for 41 years, 1981, and it's amazing that really, to own the same pub for 41 years. And his sidekick, also called John, has been here about 20 years, and he's like the cellar man and chief cook and bottle washer and does everything. So, yeah, so my dad's picture is behind the bar, a little photograph, passport photograph, what Sir John the landlord put there just before lockdown when I was over here last. And one day I had a few of his ashes and I scattered them on the fire on a winter's day, and it went up in smoke all over the Ambleside, my dad's ashes, and 5 minutes later it started to snow. So the beer today is Robinson's Trooper, 4.7%, and this was a collaboration with Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson singer, and Robinson's itself, and it's a deep golden beer. Got a nice sweet nose, slightly honey actually, and a white head, and I really need a slurp. Cheers, Charlie. That's so nice. Oh, deep golden. Oh, there is quite a bit of finish at the end. It's more honey, slight lemon, but it's full-bodied, and it's fruity notes, and it's quite malty. That is a well-balanced ale, Robinson's. Well done. I know people have criticised Robinson's because some of the beers can be a bit on the bland side, fair enough, but things like this, and Unicorn's a good bitter, and their famous Old Tom 8.5% old ale, classic, that's a great beer. So this is really nice, Robinson's Trooper. Yeah, it's got a little orangey citrus thing, but there's a bit of honey there, I can taste honey. Nice, yes. As I was saying, in this pub, no fruit machines, no jukebox, no TV, no food, apart from the pork pies and the Scotch eggs from the fantastic butchers just up the road, and they're great. Anyway, when I was here with my dad last time, I was telling him I suffered from diarrhoea. And he said, well, that's all right, son, because he suffered from diarrhea as well, and his granddad. I said, what? All of me, you and my granddad suffered from diarrhea? He said, yes, son, it runs in the family. Blimey. And when he stayed here, he stayed in a little guest house just up the road in Ambleside, and he used to say it took him 10 minutes to walk to the Golden Rule, have about 6 pints, and it took him about 30 minutes to get back. He said, what do you call it, the time difference is staggering. It really is crazy. So, I've got the t-shirt as well. I bought this a few years ago, and last time I came, I got the book, the Golden Rule book. And this pub, it's, you come in here and the walls of the pub wraps itself around you and says, come in, son, forget all your troubles, come and have a couple of pints, come and have a chit chat with the lads, and next day you'll be great after that, you know what I mean? And it's like a parent putting his arms around a child. It looks after you, it really is. So it's an outstanding pub, this really is. And we've got this book called the Golden Rule, and the last page, it says, keep this in your head, call frequently, drink moderately, pay immediately, be good company, part friendly, and go home quietly. Just respect that Golden Rule, and the Golden Rule will respect you. Well, I understand that, because this is my favourite pub. And this beer, Robinson's Trooper, 4.7%. Excellent, fruity, orangey, slight lemony, but honey, I can taste honey. And good malt base, nice, I like this. So, that'll do me. Here's to me dad, here's to the Golden Rule, and here's to the two Johns. Cheers. So that's the Golden Rule pub, just up there. Really enjoyed it, and it brought back a lot of memories. I mean, thinking back now, I think me and my dad had a little trip before he started going downhill, and it's probably the last pub he went to before he passed away, and I'm so glad it's that one, you know, because it was his favourite pub. So next week we're going to do the final one, and it's we're going to do two pubs, one traditional, one a modern day tap room, and we'll see how that goes, eh? So thanks for watching, folks. If you're not subscribed, give it a whirl, but you don't have to, just keep slurping. Thank you very much.